Thank you for your interest in the Schaerer Arcus 601 surgical table. We are here with Schaerer Communications in Dallas, Texas in their iSuite. The purpose of this video for you is to just point out to you the unique features and benefits of the surgical table. The key to successful operation of the table is to learn the hand control. The hand control has been designed to make it easy for the operator to find which button he wants to push. There's a backlit section here that shows exactly what's happening with the table. There are 3 buttons on top: an unlock button, a safe mode and stop button, and the on button. Press the on button and it will tell us that the table is in the A position, meaning that the head is over the column. It will also give us the battery level. Moving down, you'll see different buttons here. There's a slow button. The reason for this is if we push this and it lights up, it means the table is going to move at half speed. We call this a neuro speed. Press it again, the light goes off, and you're back to normal speed. There's a mass button here. The table is designed so that if we put a patient over 575 pounds on the table will only go up to 38 inches high. We push this button, it lights up, and now the table will only go up so far. That's for safety purposes. There's a patient orientation button. If we push that, it puts the table in B position, meaning that the patient's head is down here, and corresponding all controls will work. Moving up down to the arrows, there's an up arrow which raises the tabletop, and a down arrow which lowers the table. The center button moves the seat section of the table, and the 2 buttons on the end move the leg section only. The bottom 2 arrows point to the left and right lateral tilt. The table will tilt 15 degrees in either direction. There's a level button at the very bottom. By one push of that, the table goes back into level, and then there'll be an audible beep when it's in a level position. At the bottom of the hand control, there's the Trendelenburg and reverse trend button. The Trendelenburg button is all in orange. By pushing this button, we can get 30 degrees of trend. The other button, reverse, gives us 30 degrees of reverse trend. The hand control has shows a 5th wheel. When that button is pushed, the 5th wheel will come down, which allows one person to easily move the table in or out of the OR. At the head end of the table, clearly in reach of the anesthesia person, there's a backup control. In the event that the hand control should fail for whatever reason, all the operations on the table can be activated on the hand control. The table has redundant systems in it, meaning 2 controllers, 2 batteries, all the wiring is all redundant. So for safety purposes, if one should fail, the other will kick in. You'll notice that the base is all stainless steel. It is a fluid-controlled base designed so that any fluids in the OR that land on the base will be rolled off onto the floor. The casters are dual. Each caster is dual, so that you've got 8 wheels on the table instead of 4 for easier movement. The column is all stainless steel as well. It's an eccentric column, meaning that it's offset, which will show how it allows for greater C-arm access. The table is designed to go to 23 inches off the floor, which is as low, if not lower, than any other table in the industry. This is especially useful for spine surgery, for some bariatric surgeries, or for any surgery in which the surgeon wants the table in a low position. Conversely, the table will go up to 49 inches high. This is as high, if not higher, than any other table in the industry. This is especially important for some vascular procedures and for most orthopedic procedures. For bariatric procedures, there are side tabletop width extenders that are available, which will turn the table into an X in the bariatric table. By activating the extreme Trendelenburg button, we can get 30 degrees of trend. And in most bariatric surgeries, they're going to want that. Once we bottom out on the trend, we can still get a little bit more by activating the seat down position, seat down button. This will give us approximately 42 degrees of trend. Conversely, we can do the same thing with reverse trend. There's a level button, as I mentioned. We can hit the level button and the table will come back to a neutral position. When it reaches that position, there will be an audible beep. As you look closely at the table, you'll notice that there is no powered kidney elevator. The reason for that is where the flex point is on our table, it activates and raises the kidney perfectly for certain urological procedures. As we demonstrate, you'll notice that the table moves in sequence so that it's very gentle on the patient and it's safe for the patient as we move. For those surgical procedures that require hard copy x-ray, the Arcus 601 has an x-ray channel that runs the entire length of the table. Thus, no need for x-ray tops on the table. The Arcus 601 is a 4-section table. There are certain sections that can be added and taken off. To remove each section, you simply twist on the lock twice, and the section comes off easily. If we take the head section of the table off and put it at the foot end of the table, it increases our IA space to 53 inches. There are some tables on the market that have sliding tops. The reason for the sliding tops is to increase the amount of C-arm access. With the cantilever design table, there's no need for a slide top because we can literally C-arm 53 inches by putting the head section at the foot end of the table. In this configuration also, it's especially useful for doing lateral spines. If we demonstrate this to you, you'll notice that the spine will be parallel to the floor with the disc space perpendicular to the floor. With the patient on the table, the spine would be parallel to the floor with the disc space perpendicular to the floor. During this short presentation, we've attempted to point out some of the unique features and benefits of the table. The only way to really get comfortable with the table is to be able to play with it, to learn the hand control, to learn all of its movements. One of the main questions you're going to be asked as you present this table to an OR staff is, what is the patient weight capacity? We're happy to tell you that a static lift on this table is up to 1,100 pounds. We have put 4,400 pounds of weight on the table, which is the European standard. So we're happy to tell you that you can lift a patient 1,100 pounds. The table in dynamic configuration is rated at 800 pounds in all positions. On behalf of Stryker Communications and Schaerer Mayfield, we want to thank you for your attentiveness and for your interest in the Arcus 601 table. If you have any questions or concern, please feel free to contact us at any time.